Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard. Run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Henry. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. The Lions had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So certainly a defensive mistake here in the first quarter, getting hit with a roughing the passer call.
And that hurts not just because of the yardage you gave up and give them a fresh set of downs, but that brought the home crowd into this one. And when you go on the road, your job is to silence the crowd, not energize them.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
10 through 11, 10 through 11. 60 average, 60 average.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Willis. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. This defense for the Chiefs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 3rd down, Henry. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Play action, here's Willis. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ron Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not the kind of game that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Willis back to the air on 2nd and 10. Check down here for Henry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. 3rd down, it's Willis. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw. And they hooked up there for a first down.
Willis will look to pass again here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they wind up crediting him with a sack. And it brings up 3rd down. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. On 4th down, Dom Maggio out to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor?
Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 36 yards on the play. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Now here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The offense on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot, because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Willis. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never
connect on second down. That leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, here's Willis. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Here's Hardman to return. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career, and he parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Cougar 19.
Willis looking to throw on 1st down. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw, Willis. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here, he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
Buffalo 18.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
Willis, 4th down here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD. And it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about throwing to his backup.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
What we're seeing seen so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
19 Charger, 19 sacks, 19 Lions.
Back to throw, Willis. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
Going across the middle, and Valdez-Scantling has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Lions are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Again, a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Now Willis to throw.
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Detroit. Keenan Allen, 76 yards.
And the Lions have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
John Hightower now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
They trying to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So
there he goes, right side. Touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. A shotgun snap, and again to Edwards-Helaire. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Completes it to Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, Mahomes. Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end Gray. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Mahomes now to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. And tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Butker's kick here is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get him back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
From the gun, here's Willis.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Play action. Here's Willis.
They'll roll him out right.
Willis takes a hit, and the ball is free.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. We often talk about the...
Back now at Ford Field, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. They go play fake. Mahomes.
Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the...
And now here's another interception.
Picked by Jeff Okudah.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry.
His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Hightower not going to attempt a run back, and his guys will begin at the 25.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And that is incomplete here.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
Connection made on the out route to Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. They'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Willis looking to throw on 1st down.
He sets to fire deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that penalty will back him up half the distance to the goal line. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick.
On the return, Johnson.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Lions will take over here just shy of the 30. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Now Willis on 1st and 10.
He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Detroit.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1.
Hightower not going to attempt a run back, and his guys will begin at the 25.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Aiden Hutchinson getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. He'll drop to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, it's Willis.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Lions up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Willis.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Well, at least